Hello, this is Nirvana Team 20. My name's Caden.
And I'm Gabe.
Mhm. Our sustainable living solutions for the 21st century is buying local.
So a little bit of background on buying from far away, and just to highlight kind of the issues behind that. If we had more room, we could expand these graphs and tables in there showing the kind of like the average distances and the money that is going into just the transportation of certain produce and livestock. And the issues come from beyond just the transportation. There is a lack of biodiversity in foods grown. There is just a large carbon footprint from factory farms before this food's even being transported, and it's feeding into a more capitalistic farming system with ties in the USDA and EPA and things like that.
Mhm. Cool. So why does buying local matter? So for first off, food transportation. It's estimated that about 6 to 12% of the food cost is from transportation expenses. And while that may seem like a small percentage, it's mainly based off of the price of $300 per year per person in the US. And if you think about it, that's a lot of people in the US, and that's a lot of money per person. Um, about 55% of the total energy to produce food is used to reach the consumer. So it's a lot of it's going into transportation. And that's about almost half or more than half. When you buy local, you don't not only cut back on your driving, but you're also cutting back on the amount of transportation needed for everything else. So everything's really connected together um, when it comes to just the food and the processing of it. When you buy from the markets, the food is not grown in the store, so that means that all the food needs to be brought there. So that's by like truck, plane, any sorts of transportation, especially for a lot of like Hawaii per se. A lot of like transportation that they need to get for food is by like boat or plane. So there's a lot of pollution from that. So on a local farm nearby your house, no food is transportation is needed. So that's very good.
And there are even more reasons to buy local. Um, the big thing, which I kind of touched upon just in a sentence earlier, was the idea of capitalism and factory farming. When you're buying local foods, you're buying food from a neighbor or a family farm in the town, county, um, places like that. So you're actively investing in your own community versus sending that money across the country or across the world. And what comes with this kind of like communal interaction is probably better customer service. There's more accountability on both ends of the market. Um, and you're just really making an investment in your community, making an investment in yourself. There's the chance of getting healthier foods. You can see it being grown. It's just a more uh,
Natural,
natural, yeah, natural and or organic process.
right. Other innovative solutions, buy from your local farms. You can make your own garden for others to buy local, so you can have your own business essentially. I know I have my own garden at my dad's house, and he has this like a giant garden. He always gives our neighbors like zucchini and cucumbers. You should research where your food is coming from and make good choices. So we don't know how they're treating the food or what they're putting in the food to protect it from like other like animals from eating the food. So you don't know what kind of chemicals could be in that. Um, and talk to your neighbor and see if, what they would want to grow in a community garden with you. So you could like unite as like a neighborhood and just have your own community garden.
Mm, yeah. And I would say one more note, maybe like a potential challenge, is to compare the cost of certain produce between a local farm stand and a grocery store. Because I know my mom in Hatfield, Mass, will walk down the road to a little wagon of a farm stand, and oftentimes it's even cheaper to go there than to drive to the store. So something to look out for.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you for watching. That was our buying local, sustainable living solution for the 21st century.